There was an empty feeling in the bottom of my stomach. April 27th, 2012. I knew this day was coming, and I thought I was prepared for it, but I was very wrong. From the day a child is born, our life has changed forever, as we know that we are fully responsible for everything that happens to them, especially in the first few years of their life. We try to do everything possible to protect them from harm. We listen at night to make sure they are breathing. We tell them to slow down so that they don't fall and get bumps and bruises. Gates and doors keep them away from stairwells or open yards. We warn them about open water, thin ice, prickly plants, running with scissors, bees and other creatures that could cause harm. We drill them on road and sidewalk safety, walking near farm machinery, walking under or around the back of horses, and playing with fire. Just when we think we have provided a safe home for them, they fall off a piece of playground equipment or out of a tree or off a ladder and break a wrist or arm or get a gash on their face that requires stitches. A strange dog bites them, and we wonder what we could have done to prevent that from happening. If only I had. As they get older, we share their dreams and accomplishments. We place their drawings and stories on our fridge. We display their ribbons and trophies. We praise them for doing jobs really well and taking pride in everything they do. We have hopes and dreams for them as well. We want them to have a comfortable life, a peaceful life, and a life without pain and suffering. When they hurt for any reason, we hurt right along with them. When they smile, it warms our hearts. When I took early retirement from teaching 15 years ago, I really didn't know what I was going to be doing. After spending a month in Manitoba helping the flood victims rebuild their homes and barns, I returned home and bought a Star Choice satellite TV system. I was so impressed with the quality of picture and the great variety of choice with 20 channels way out in the country. I figured I'd tackle this as a semi-retirement job. After all, I always enjoyed working with mechanics and electronics at school and at home. If I installed a couple of TV systems a week, that would be a nice retirement job. Lanny helped me do the first couple of jobs on a Saturday. We did Grace Cundit's TV in the morning and Roland and Donna Kissen's system in the afternoon. It was neat, solving problems together. And even better, seeing the smiles on our customers' faces when their systems were up and running. For the next couple of years, I would try to book our installs on weekends and holidays so that Lanny and I could work together. During the second year, while Lanny was taking computing sciences in the city, he would come home every possible weekend, change his clothes, and head out into the bush. He was a country boy at heart. At the end of that year, he had no interest in staying in the city and asked if he could come home and work with me. I said, as long as we have enough work to do, I'll be happy to have you. There was plenty of work to do, and we thoroughly enjoyed working with each other. For the next 13 years, I was living a father's dream, knowing full well that I was truly blessed to be getting along so well with Lanny. Over the last few years, whenever customers would ask me when I was going to retire, I would always reply that soon Lanny would take over the business, and I would just help him out. Again, a father's dream. And so it continued until the last couple of years, when it became more and more obvious that this dream of mine was beginning to develop some wrinkles. So after many discussions, we faced reality and admitted that there was not enough work available with sufficient income for Lanny to take over the business. For the past 3 weeks, I was preparing for our partnership to end. There was sadness in my heart. I cherished each day and shared Lanny's excitement about moving on to Haliburton. I thought I was prepared for today, but all day there was a feeling of emptiness in the bottom of my stomach. I cherished his smile this morning when he climbed into the van. Today, the radio was not playing, and Lanny was not reading more scientific or outdoor adventure journals as we drove from job to job. We chatted and reminisced about the good times we had together over the past 15 years. Of course, we also brought up some of the challenges we faced and how we solved those challenges. We quit a bit early today just to have a bit of time to do a few extras at home. Lanny reminded me how to do virus checks and defragmenting the hard drive. We went through the steps of disassembling and reassembling the rifle that needs frequent cleaning after every 50 rounds. Lanny filled the wall again with dishes, and I marveled at his efficiency. After all, he had probably assembled between 4,000 and 5,000 during our time together. We had coffee and brownies as we watched Top Gear together, like we had done so many times, and laughed at their antics. With each shared moment today, my heart grew heavier and heavier. Yes, I thought I was prepared, but how wrong I was. Yes, we will always be friends, but we will no longer be partners. Today was the end of an era. I didn't really feel like writing anything tonight, but I also know that there are many parents who are my Facebook friends and have faced what I faced today. Many of you who have younger children have yet to cross this kind of a bridge. I hope, by sharing my story, that it will inspire some of you to spend more time with your children, doing activities that will build a strong bond during the time you have together. And so, just before 6 p.m., I told Lanny, I love you. He climbed into his car and drove away. I hope the Lord is as kind to him as he has been to me.